to the Bible Brain Teaser channel. Before we dive in, make sure to hit subscribe and like to help us spread God's word. After the quiz, share your score in the comments. Don't miss the exciting opportunity to click the join button and become a channel member. Get ready for 30 intriguing questions about the wisdom and life of Solomon. Each you have 7 seconds to think. Let's go. Question 1. What did God offer Solomon in a dream? A. Wealth. B. Long life. C. Whatever he asked for. D. Victory over enemies. Guess the correct answer. Letter C. Whatever he asked for. 1 Kings 3-5. In Gibeon, the Lord appeared to Solomon in a dream by night, and God said, "Ask what I shall give thee." Question 2. What was Solomon famous for building? A. A palace. B. A fortress. C. The temple in Jerusalem. D. A statue. 7 seconds to think. Letter C. The temple in Jerusalem. 1 Kings 6-1. And it came to pass in the 480th year, after the children of Israel were come out of the land of Egypt, in the 4th year of Solomon's reign over Israel, that he began to build the house of the Lord. Question 3. Which queen visited Solomon to test his wisdom? A. Queen of Sheba. B. Queen of Egypt. C. Queen of Babylon. D. Queen of Persia. Time for thinking. The right answer is Queen of Sheba. 1 Kings 10-1. And when the Queen of Sheba heard of the fame of Solomon concerning the name of the Lord, she came to prove him with hard questions. Question 4. What did Solomon ask to be brought to decide a dispute between two women? A sword. B. A scale. C. A witness. D. A scroll. 7 seconds for you to think. Letter A. A sword. 1 Kings 3:24. And the king said, "Bring me a sword." And they brought a sword before the king. Question 5. Who appeared to Solomon a second time after he finished building the temple? A. Prophet Nathan. B. King David. C. God. D. Angel Gabriel. Time for thinking. Letter C. God. 1 Kings 9-2. And the Lord appeared to Solomon the second time, as he had appeared unto him at Gibeon. Question 6. What was the source of Solomon's great wealth? A. Conquests. B. A trade, gifts, and tributes. C. Mining. D. Inheritance. Please guess the correct answer. The right answer is trade, gifts, and tributes. 1 Kings 10:22. For the king had at sea a navy of Tarshish, with the navy of Hiram. Once in 3 years came the navy of Tarshish, bringing gold and silver, ivory, and apes, and peacocks. Question 7. Which animal did Solomon speak about in his Proverbs? A. Penguins. B. Kangaroos. C. Ant. D. Pandas. 5 seconds to think. Letter C. Ant. Proverbs 6-6. Go to the ant, thou sluggard. Consider her ways and be wise. Question 8. What did Solomon ask from Hiram, king of Tyre, for building the temple? A. Gold. B. Silver. C. Cedar wood. D. Marble. Time for thinking. Letter C. Cedar wood. 1 Kings 5-6. Now therefore command thou, that they hew me cedar trees out of Lebanon, and my servants shall be with thy servants. And unto thee will I give hire for thy servants, according to all that thou shalt appoint, for thou knowest that there is not among us any that can skill to hew timber. Question 9. How long did it take for Solomon to build his own house? A. 23 years. B. 13 years. C. 20 years. D. 10 years. Can you guess the correct answer? Letter B. 13 years. 1 Kings 7-1. And Solomon was building his own house 13 years, and he finished all his house. Question 10. What did Solomon do to manage his large kingdom effectively? A. Divided it into 12 districts. B. Created a council of advisors. C. Established a postal system. D. Built roads and bridges. Time to thinking. Letter A. Divided it into 12 districts. 1 Kings 4-7. And Solomon had 12 officers over all Israel, which provided victuals for the king and his household, each man his month, and a year made provision. Question 11. Besides 3 books of the Bible, what did Solomon write? A. Psalms, letters to foreign rulers, a history of Israel, 3,000 proverbs and songs. Time for thinking. Letter D. 3,000 proverbs and songs. 1 Kings 4:32. And he spake 3,000 proverbs, and his songs were 1,005. Question 12. What was the name of Solomon's mother? A. Abigail. B. Biba. C. Sarah. D. Leah. Time for thinking. Letter B. Biba. 1 Kings 1:16. And Bathsheba bowed, and did obeisance unto the king. And the king said, What wouldest thou? Question 13. Who was Solomon's successor as king? A. Rehoboam. B. Jeroboam. C. Absalom. D. Adoniah. Time for thinking. Letter A. Rehoboam. 1 Kings 14:21. And Rehoboam the son of Solomon reigned in Judah. Rehoboam was 41 years old when he began to reign, and he reigned 17 years in Jerusalem, the city which the Lord did choose out of all the tribes of Israel to put his name there. Question 14. What did Solomon do to honor his father David? A. Built a temple. B. Wrote psalms. C. Established a feast. D. Named a city after him. Let's guess the right answer. Letter A. Built a temple. 2 Chronicles 3:1. Then Solomon began to build the house of the Lord at Jerusalem in Mount Moriah, where the Lord appeared unto David his father, in the place that David had prepared in the threshing floor of Ornan the Jebusite. Question 15. What did Solomon say was the whole duty of man? A. To honor the king. B. To obey the law. C. To fear God and keep his commandments. D. To be fruitful and multiply. What is your choice? Letter C. To fear God and keep his commandments. Ecclesiastes 12:13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. Question 16. Which book of the Bible highlights Solomon's building projects? A. Proverbs. B. Ecclesiastes. C. 1 Kings. D. Song of Solomon. Could you guess the right answer? Letter C. 1 Kings. 1 Kings 9-115. And this is the reason of the levy, which King Solomon raised for to build the house of the Lord and his own house and Millo, and the wall of Jerusalem and Hazor and Megiddo and Gazer. Question 17. What did Solomon do to ensure peace with Egypt? A. Married Pharaoh's daughter. B. Sent gold to Pharaoh. C. Built a city for Pharaoh. D. Made a trade agreement. Letter A. Married Pharaoh's daughter. 1 Kings 3:21. And Solomon made affinity with Pharaoh king of Egypt and took Pharaoh's daughter and brought her into the city of David, until he had made an end of building his own house, and the house of the Lord and the wall of Jerusalem round about. Question 18. What was the name of the chief architect for Solomon's temple? A. Basil. B. Hiram. C. Isaac. D. Uri. The right answer is B. Hiram. 1 Kings 7:13. And King Solomon sent and fetched Hiram out of Tyre. Question 19. How many years did it take to build Solomon's temple? A. 7. B. 20. C. 13. D. 40. Letter A. 7. 1 Kings 6:38. And in the 11th year, in the month Bul, which is the 8th month, was the house finished throughout all the parts thereof, and according to all the fashion of it. So was he 7 years in building it. Question 20. What did Solomon do to honor his father David? A. Built a temple. B. Wrote psalms. C. Established a feast. D. Named a city after him. Letter A. Built a temple. 2 Chronicles 3:21. Then Solomon began to build the house of the Lord at Jerusalem in Mount Moriah, where the Lord appeared unto David his father, in the place that David had prepared in the threshing floor of Ornan the Jebusite. Question 21. What was the punishment for Solomon's disobedience to God? A. Loss of wealth. B. His kingdom divided. C. Sickness. D. Exile. Letter B. His kingdom divided. 1 Kings 11:11. Wherefore the Lord said unto Solomon, Forasmuch as this is done of thee, and thou hast not kept my covenant and my statutes, which I have commanded thee, I will surely rend the kingdom from thee and will give it to thy servant. Question 22. What is Solomon's other name mentioned in the Bible? A. Jedidiah. B. Rehoboam. C. Abijah. D. Hezekiah. Letter A. Jedidiah. To Samuel 12:25. And he sent by the hand of Nathan the prophet, and he called his name Jedidiah, because of the Lord. Question 23. What was the purpose of the bronze sea in the temple? A. For ceremonial washing. B. For sacrifices. C. For drinking water. D. For decoration. Letter A. For ceremonial washing. 1 Kings 7:23. And he made a molten sea, 10 cubits from the one brim to the other. It was round all about. And his height was 5 cubits, and a line of 30 cubits did compass it round about. Question 24. What did Solomon ask for in his prayer to God? A. Wisdom. B. Wealth. C. Long life. D. Victory in battle. Letter A. Wisdom. 1 Kings 3:9. Give, therefore, thy servant an understanding heart to judge thy people, that I may discern between good and bad. For who is able to judge this thy so great a people? Question 25. What type of trees did Solomon use for constructing the temple? A. Oak. B. Pine. C. Cedar. D. Olive. Letter C. Cedar. 1 Kings 5:8. And Hiram sent to Solomon, saying, I have considered the things which thou sentest to me for, and I will do all thy desire, concerning timber of cedar and concerning timber of fir. Question 26. What did Solomon do to demonstrate his wisdom to the Queen of Sheba? A. Solve riddles. B. Perform miracles. C. Answer difficult questions. D. Recite poetry. Letter C. Answer difficult questions. 1 Kings 10:3. And Solomon told her all her questions. There was not anything hid from the king, which he told her not. Question 27. What did Solomon use to adorn the temple and his palace? A. Gold and silver. B. Precious stones. C. Ivory and apes. D. Pearls and rubies. Letter A. Gold and silver. 1 Kings 7:51. So was ended all the work that King Solomon made for the house of the Lord. And Solomon brought in the things which David his father had dedicated, even the silver, and the gold, and the vessels, did he put among the treasures of the house of the Lord. Question 28. What caused Solomon to turn away from the Lord in his later years? A. Idol worship. B. Disobedience to God's commands. C. Influence of foreign wives. D. Lack of faith. Letter C. Influence of foreign wives. 1 Kings 11:4. For it came to pass, when Solomon was old, that his wives turned away his heart after other gods. And his heart was not perfect with the Lord his God, as was the heart of David his father. Question 29. How did Solomon acquire the knowledge of various plants and animals? A. God revealed it to him. B. He studied books. C. Through dreams. D. He observed the natural world. Letter A. God revealed it to him. 1 Kings 4:33. And he spake of trees, from the cedar tree that is in Lebanon even unto the hyssop that springeth out of the wall. He spake also of beasts, and of fowl, and of creeping things, and of fishes. 30. What was the punishment for Solomon's disobedience to God? A. loss of wealth. B. His kingdom divided. C. Sickness. D. Exile. Letter B. His kingdom divided. 1 Kings 11:11. Wherefore the Lord said unto Solomon, Forasmuch as this is done of thee, and thou hast not kept my covenant and my statutes, which I have commanded thee, I will surely rend the kingdom from thee and will give it to thy servant. Thanks for watching until now. Hope to see you in the upcoming content.